Art is thriving in the Cedar Valley. It's everywhere. But if you don't know where to look, you could miss it. This is your local arts perspective. This is the Arts Overlook. Howdy, this is the Arts Overlook and I'm your host. On this episode of the Overlook, you'll get a glimpse at a program that is helping groom future rock stars in the Cedar Valley. We'll also keep you in the loop with arts-related events coming up in the next few days. But first, we'll explore a new organization at the University of Northern Iowa that's providing wonderful opportunities for working artists and art students. I got to observe this so-called Public Art Incubator in action recently, and this is what I learned. Multiple impressions of Chicago-based artist Lynn Basa can be seen at the University of Northern Iowa. Her terrazzo floor has become a signature mark of the revamped Sabin Hall. Entitled Coursing Through Life, Basa's design symbolizes the melding of ideas and communities that occur in college. More recently, Basa was given the opportunity to create another piece of public art at the university. A little over a week ago, her new work called Bower was installed at UNI's Panther Village Residence Hall, which is scheduled to be inhabited for the first time next school year.
It's going to be a forest of beacons that will welcome students home as they come back to the residence hall, and you can see it from all over campus. It's 9 steel columns that are topped by cast glass houses that are lit by fiber optic, and the bases of the columns look like they're branches growing up and encompassing these glass houses. And what they represent is the supportive community that these students have while they're in school, and also the fact that from the windows you can see trees.
Before being fabricated, Basa's project was selected over other proposed works by a committee at UNI. The decision to select Bower came with various backings. Conceptually, Basa's piece makes sense within the environment it now resides. But what makes Bower even more fitting to its home at UNI is the fact that it has physical connections to the university.
And so I went into my finalist presentation and I said, and we can have it all fabricated here. And then the room was just like electric, because it turned out that Tom had already been thinking of this idea of a public art incubator.
The public art incubator is a way, it does two things. One of them is it gives professional artists out in the world who have a commissioned public art project a place that they can come, have a lot of creative control, and use our facilities and use my experience to create their works. The side benefit is it provides the students with the opportunity to work directly with these artists, kind of collaborate on the fabrication of this work. They get some real world experience and make some important, probably networking connections and things outside of the university itself.
Bower is the Public Art Incubator's first project, but the fabrication of public art at UNI is not a new idea. Tom Stancliffe has been creating public art for nearly 25 years, and much of it can be seen around the Cedar Valley.
And I've always, over the years when I have commissions that I'm doing, I've always hired students to work for me, and those students have used that experience to springboard their careers really effectively, and it's also been a huge benefit to me, of course, and a help to get these things done. But it's always becomes a relationship between those students that I want to have work with me on these projects. So I thought it would be how to expand that into affecting or impacting more students is by bringing in other artists.
The UNI Public Art Incubator is not only a resource to professional artists and students, however. It's becoming an important part of the university and its art department as a whole.
So it produces, a little bit of revenue stream, but it's very self-supporting also. I mean, that's the most important aspect of this. It doesn't take any university resources to do this beyond using the facility, which is, of course, not nothing, but it doesn't require any additional sort of funds put into it. So it seems to be, and we're about finished with this first project, kind of everybody wins kind of thing.
Upon the completion of their first project, members of the Public Art Incubator will begin shifting their attention to their next project, which is being done for an artist from the Bahamas. Once the piece is complete, it will be installed at an airport terminal in Nassau, Bahamas. We'll be back with more Arts Overlook after this. Welcome back to the Arts Overlook. Some area youth have been busy lately making their initial steps toward rock stardom, and our cameras are rolling, quite possibly giving you a glimpse at the next Jimmy Page. Many teenagers have their hearts set on becoming doctors, firemen, or professional athletes. However, there are always a few that hope to become a rock star. West Music in Cedar Falls has been helping those teenagers get one step closer to the ultimate goal with the Rocksteady program. In the Rocksteady program, students learn the ins and the outs of being in a band with the help of an instructor. The students meet once a week for a 3-hour session where they will learn various songs. The students will pick their own songs, so there can be quite a variety of music. However, the program goes beyond just teaching the students how to play their instruments in a band. The instructor assists the students in learning how to find the right band members for their band, how to successfully and effectively market their band, booking their band in venues, among other helpful topics. The first ever session at Cedar Falls West Music has been led by Jeff Burak. Burak, who is also a guitar instructor at West Music, is a renowned guitarist who has had plenty of experience playing with bands, recording songs and albums, and life with music in general. With the assistance from a man of Burak's experience, puts the youth in great hands for the beginning stages of their musical journey. Guitarist Ian Tagtoe and Owen Abkis, bassist Savannah Lipinski, and drummer Andy Shockley made up the aspiring 4-piece band with a wide range of taste in music. And with the help of Burak, these 4 students from the Cedar Valley have worked hard towards their goal of playing a live show at the Cedar Falls Public Library this past Friday. The quartet played songs from bands such as Blue Oyster Cult, Green Day, and Lynyrd Skynyrd. And with the live show by this session's Rocksteady wrapped up, Burak believes that playing live music is a huge perk to joining Rocksteady.
Live music is our culture, and so this program is a ways of getting people involved in music at a young age. We have a Weekend Warrior program that's for older adults. And again, it's to get them out there playing live instead of just listening to the music.
With the first session of Rocksteady finished, West Music is looking forward to their next session that starts in June. Guitarist Owen Abkis mentioned that the reason he enjoyed his time with Rocksteady was the fact that they put you together with the other band members so you don't have to stress to find who to play with. While Owen gets his inspiration from the Christian rock band Alter Bridge, other teenagers have found themselves wanting to shred from the hit video game Guitar Hero. While some famous musicians have discouraged the video game Guitar Hero, Burak hopes that it inspires more teenagers to play an instrument.
Because when that Guitar Hero came out, I was kind of discouraging it, but I found that a lot of the students that started doing that wanted to sign up for guitar lessons. So I think that actually has inspired them.
With West Music providing the amps, the rehearsal area, and an experienced instructor, this is a perfect opportunity for any aspiring young musician. Well, that's about it for this episode of the Arts Overlook. Thanks so much for watching, but before you go away, let us inform you of some arts-related events going on in the area with our arts calendar.